Hey YouTubers, it's me, Ask Miss Cris. I'm doing my vlog a day. Depending on if you use old math or new math, this is either day 3 or 4. I like to say it's 4. So today ended up being a bit of a surprise day home. If you notice, I just did a t-shirt. I didn't even have to get ready. Well, I got ready for work, but the battery of my car was dead. So, oh, that stunk. So I called in. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be there as soon as I can. And I get the, oh, just take your time, get in when you can. Well, my car, lovely car that it is, the only way to get to the battery and to remove the battery is to turn the wheel and go in through or behind the front quarter panel. Basically there's a cover, you have to take it off, and then you have to fight and take the bolts out and get the battery out, and of course it's like a 4-hour ordeal. So I ended up not going to work today. So I effectively avoided homework again today. Go me. So, there's a couple things that I loaded up my YouTube, and I really think YouTube is now feeling sorry for me and my lack of subscribers uploading videos. Seriously. Hit F5 to refresh it, and I looked, and lo and behold, my uploaded area where your subscribers have uploaded these videos was completely full of videos that they uploaded 4 or 5 days ago that I'd already watched. Oh, I know something to talk about. Is anybody else annoyed by this? What about this? This? What about that? And this? And that? And this? And this? Duh! Just because you get the ability to have annotations in your videos doesn't mean you need to use annotations in every video, all over every video, linking me to your MySpace, linking me to your Twitter, linking me over here to this other YouTube channel, linking me to this video, linking me to this. 1 or 2 is fine. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I can dye my hair bright yellow with big green polka dots. Doesn't mean I should. Same with the annotations. Maybe I just don't have the focal capacity for something that visually intense. I don't know. Well, the big drama in my life, everybody perks up. It's not exciting. Seriously, you probably mute from this point and it'd sound just like any other video I ever did, is a book. Yeah, that's the big drama. That's how exciting my life is. The book, I pre-ordered the book the day after I started classes because the instructor made, I'm hitting my remote in my hand if you want to know what that noise is. Pre-ordered my book the day after classes started, maybe at the latest. And that was because the instructor said that he was going to upload the first chapter and the second chapter for week 1 and week 2. Like, that's cool. I'll just take advantage of that and I'll get my book when I go out there. No big deal. Well, so I pre-ordered my book, let's say January 23rd. I'll give me 2 days after classes started. So I pre-ordered my book and I paid for it. Or I didn't pre-order it. I prepaid and ordered the book. They said, oh, okay, it takes 7 to 10 days. I'm like, sweet. It takes me right into the middle of week 2. All is well in Chrisville. Wrong. 7 days go by and I'm like, okay, they did say 7 to 10. Still got the other chapter for the next week, no big deal. So 10 days, haven't heard from them. 15 days, I finally call them and I haven't heard from you. What's up with my book? Yeah. And they're like, oh, well, somebody's going to call. They were talking with the professor, and apparently the publishing company has decided to make this book UK sales only. You've got to be kidding me. Well, we're seeing what we can do, and as soon as we hear anything, we'll let you know. And I'm thinking, yeah, just like you did on the 7 to 10 day order. You could have called me on day 10. Oh, no. So the professor kindly scans the next chapter and says, I really don't like doing this, but I know that there are some people that are still waiting on their book and we have some problems that we're trying to resolve. Great. So I'm into week 3. End of week 3 rolls around and you're not going to get your book. They've decided they're explicitly going to be UK sales only. Good luck finding a book. Ta-ta. So the professor's really angry because now, of course, he has to redo his whole syllabus for the next semester and he needs to finish this class out and he doesn't even have a syllabus that isn't based on this book. And I don't have a book. And there's like 4 or 5 other people in the class that do not have a book. Had I ordered the book 2 days earlier, I would have been okay with the book. But because I was 2 days late in ordering the book, that means I don't get the book. Well, I go to Barnes & Noble last week, end of last week, when all this was going down, when it was being finalized that there was no way that our bookstore is going to be able to get the book. Sends me a link. I go to Barnes & Noble. I'm like, oh, look, they have a used copy. Half the price of what I would have paid in the bookstore. Of course, I'm buying from one of their authorized book dealers. So I shoot off my order and I pay my money. Blah. End of last week or sometime this week, and I don't know, I logged into my email. There's an email that says we cannot fulfill this order. So that stunk. Now the rest of the copies on Barnes & Noble of this book are like $30 more than what I would have paid in the bookstore, and they're used, unlike the new book I would have gotten from the bookstore. So that really stinks. I shot over to Amazon and now I've bought this used book, literally. I'm not even going to joke. It was $10 for a used book for this textbook. Lord only knows it's going to come with, you know, pea stains and coffee stains and ripped out pages folded into origami lily pads or something. I can see it now. I'm going to get basically a big box of shredded paper and they're saying good luck putting your book together. And of course the expected arrival date is between March 3rd and March 17th. My class is half over. So I'm going to go check my email here in a little bit and hope and cross your fingers and give a little prayer for me that I don't have a rejection order from that person on Amazon.com saying, oh, I don't have your book. Thought I would do a little painting today to relieve my stress. That turned out okay. Didn't like the sky. Sky's really flat. I did some searching on YouTube for clouds and things like that, but haven't come up with any technique that fits my personal technique. I'll show you the painting that I did, and then I'm actually pretty proud of a card that I did for Valentine's Day for the band. Maybe I'll show you that as well. So, in the meantime, 2 quick pictures at the end of this video. Otherwise, have a great night, everybody. Get people to vlog and let me know who's vlogging. Comment, like the comments. Bye. I was really happy with like how the fence I didn't finish the picture because I started getting disgusted. See how flat the sky looks? Ooh, it's not zooming. There it goes. They're focusing. The sky's kind of flat. I hate that hill. That hill looks horrible, but that was like an afterthought. But I guess I was focusing more on my sponge technique here with filling in with the bushes and kind of the fence, although that fence post is a little dark. Oh well, so goes life. Then we'll get trashed. To get the Valentines and the kitties with the man. See? This is the Valentines that I did for the man. It is all watercolor. I was actually very pleased that it came out very Hallmarky looking. It's kind of what I was going for. The birds were an afterthought, but that morning, I think it was, no, it was that week, the Thursday prior to Valentine's, so the 12th, we saw probably 1,000 to 2,000 geese flying in V formation going north, so I thought that was pretty cool. Wrote a poem, not going to focus down there because it's kind of personal, but yeah, it's kind of what I did with the watercolors. Then I cut the edges with, I used scissors and opened the scissors up. I didn't cut it like that. I opened the scissors up and used them as a blade, so it would kind of tear the edges and make it look rough. I got a spotted pink there. So, I thought it turned out pretty good. I was liking it. So, good fence, good card, bad sky, bad hill. Yes, that's how painting goes, I suppose. Win some, lose some.